The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and it will not tarry. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rikak Radash. I'm from the Prophets in Babylon out of the Waco, Texas camp, affiliated with the branch of Prophets in Babylon, Tampa Bay, Florida. My name is Athiat. I'd like to give a special double honors to the elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone, those fine, sincere brothers who teach well, who rule well, and are great examples to us brothers out here. And peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. Lesson for today: seek the Lord while he may be found. Yes, now's the time more than ever to seek Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, while you can. The Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, which means he is or he exists, and as well as the Heavenly Son, which name is Yahweh Shah, he that delivers. Yeah, war is in the air. There are talks of war. And you have Russia, which is considered a mighty nation. They have declared the U.S. an enemy. Now, if you look back in history, Russia and the U.S. have always kind of been kind of going back and forth. Over 50 years ago, there was a time when the U.S. and Cuba was going back and forth. Now, I mentioned Cuba because Cuba is an ally of Russia. So, if U.S. had invaded Cuba, with their soldiers, then that would have meant that Russia would have came in, and then it'd have been like an all-out war. So at that time, those who were living at that time were kind of scared, But Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah fixed it to where, that did not happen at that time. But we see here, now with Russia declaring the U.S. an enemy, and you got a lot of these other nations who are not as mighty as Russia going along with Russia, because in so many ways the U.S. have done things against their countries, So you got all these other countries who are going, who are getting behind Russia. Let's make that clear. They're all getting behind Russia, and so you got North Korea, I believe maybe Iran. So all these other different countries are coming up against the U.S. And proof of that also is that a lot of these countries, which started with Russia, have dropped the U.S. dollar. Now the U.S. dollar is one of those currencies that's used, that had at one time was used worldwide. But now, it's not being used worldwide. Because a lot of these countries are dropping the dollar. So now is the time to seek Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, while he may be found. With all this going on, now's the time. So without further ado, I'm going to go into some scriptures. And Lord willing, I hope and pray that it'll be edifying. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon. Babylon is the United States. It's a code word for the United States. An assembly of great nations from the north country. Now right now you got Russia declaring the United States an enemy. They have never done that, but now they have. Of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in an array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows, which are missiles, shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Now you look back at the history of World War II. They were it was fought with guns, tanks, things of that nature, and so now, speaking of these arrows in Jeremiah 50 and verse 9, these arrows are talking about missiles. So the war will be fought through thermonuclear missiles. And you already have Russia in between Florida and Cuba. So, you got all these people out here who are, as they say, living their best life, when now is the time to seek Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. War is definitely, looming in the earth, So we're definitely living in the time of the end. Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning shears into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So you got a lot of these other countries who are getting behind Russia. They have dropped the U.S. dollar. So they're getting behind Russia, and they're coming up against the U.S. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6 and 7. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So these nations are rising up against nations. In particular, Russia is rising up against the United States, as well as the other countries that are behind Russia. And you've seen the earthquakes. I believe there was an earthquake here back in January. It was in China. So, and as well as, the other places here in the United States. So, we're definitely living in the time of the end. So you may ask, what should we be doing? Let's go to it. The book of Isaiah chapter 55 verse 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Yeah, so we should be seeking Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, you know. Seek him now while he may be found, you know. So, Lord willing, I hope this was an edifying lesson to you brothers and you sisters out here. And once again, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Rikak Radash. Special double honors to the elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. Until the next time, Lord willing, I'll say Shalom.